Now, almost 2 years since 9-year-old Leo Williams died, there are still no answers on who killed him. Williams was hit by a rubber bullet during a service delivery protest in Laingville on the west coast in 2020. An Ipid investigation has failed to identify the person responsible, but the South African Human Rights Commission is refusing to accept the outcome of the probe and warns that the case once the case reopened, rather. For more on this story, we're joined by eNCA reporter Monique Mortlock, who will tell us more. Monique, this is quite a sad case, and it's a story of so many South Africans where someone in your family passes away and is killed, and you never find out and get to see the killers taken to book. Now, tell me more about this particular case, what the family is saying about the fact that this rubber bullet that killed their son, nobody is taking responsibility or accountability for it.
Masego, the community members here in Laingville are angry. They are angry because they've been waiting for 2 years for answers about who who fired the rubber bullet that eventually led to the death of 9-year-old Leo Williams, and whether these persons will be held accountable. Now, Ipid has concluded its investigation and found that Williams was indeed killed after being shot by a rubber bullet, but that the suspects are unknown. And the community members and the family members of Leo Williams are naturally upset because it's something that they've been waiting for 2 years. A couple of months ago, when we were last here in Laingville to speak to Leo's foster mom, Kathy Thomas, she was telling us that she won't rest until justice is served, until someone is brought to book for the killing of Leo Williams. And then just a couple of days later, sadly, Kathy Thomas then passed away without ever seeing without ever seeing the justice that she wanted. And now family members here and residents of Laingville are saying that even if she was alive, she would be so disappointed by the outcome of this Ipid investigation. But to chat to us more about the feelings of the family members, I'm speaking to Leo's mom, Lucille Williams. Dankie dat mevrou met ons gepraat het. Ek weet dit is 'n emosionele tyd, so ek gaan nie lank wees nie. Hoe voel mevrou na julle nou gehoor het wat Ipid nou gesê het oor hierdie ondersoek? Hulle is nou klaar met hulle ondersoek en hulle het bevind daar's niemand wat hulle kon identifiseer as die persoon wat die persone wat daardie rubberkoel geskiet het nie.
Op die einde van die dag het niemand nou boet vir die daad wat gepleeg is. Het is baie seer om aan mekaar te luister. Daar gaat niks van het kom nie. So, sy kan maar nou net skiet en sy kon niks oor nie. So ek kan ook maar nou net 'n gun vat en vir jou skiet en ek sal niks oorkom nie. Dit is baie onregverdig oor ons almal.
En mevrou, ek het gehoor vroeër toe ek met Kathy Thomas se man gepraat het, hy het gesê dat as aan die Kathy nog gelewe het, sou sy ook baie teleurgesteld gewees het, want julle het gewag vir 2 jaar vir hierdie ondersoek om klaar te maak en verantwoorde. Voel julle dat nog moet gedoen word, dat die saak weer geheropen moet word?
Ek voel dit moet weer geheropen word, want iemand moet betaal, want het kan nie so gebeur nie. Ek meen maar, enige ouer sal dieselfde gevoel het soos ek voel. So ek weet nie hoe myself te beskryf nie, want dit is baie seer.
Baie dankie mevrou. Ek wil gewoon net vir Tyrone inbring. He's a community leader. Tyrone, if you can quickly just stand here. I know that the service delivery protest back then in 2020, it was a protest calling for better services here in Laingville. You mentioned the last time we spoke to you a couple of months ago when we came to visit Kathy Thomas that nothing has changed. Tell us about the impact that Leo's death has had on the community.
Yeah, Monique, firstly, the community of Laingville is very upset. As I said, 2 years back, we had a peaceful protest regarding service delivery issues. And the police just came and started shooting at our residents. And that same night, Leo was shot, and 2 weeks after that, he passed away. And the reason why the community members is so upset is that last week, Monday, the 28th of February, we received the final report from Ipid stating that the suspect is unknown. And on Wednesday, that same week, we had a feedback meeting And everyone just went silent. And that is a bit worried for me, because for the simple reason, I know the community of Laingville. Normally when we have feedback meetings, people is asking questions and all that stuff. But the fact that the community remain silent and calm, that is really worrying.
Sorry, Tyrone, when you say worrying, do you mean you believe that the community might take to the streets again in protest, especially following this report?
Yes, Monique, as I said, after the feedback meeting, there was a silence. And as I said, that I know my community. Anything can happen at any time. So last week, the community decided to have a march again on the 21st of March, that is next week, Monday, where we will hand over a memorandum to the DPP as well as to Ipid to demand them to put this case into review again. And we also ask the Minister of Police to come down to receive the memorandum. And the community is very strong about, if the Minister will not come to receive the memorandum, they will not back down. That is how the community feel. And as I said, the situation is very, very volatile at this stage. Anything can happen at any time.
Thank you very much. There you heard it from a community leader and from Leah Williams' mom. Tension in the area, in the community of Laingville, as Tyrone mentioned now, saying that after the feedback that was given to the community about the outcomes of the investigation, it doesn't bode well for the next few weeks, with the community seeking answers from the DPP and also from the Minister of Police, who they are demanding should come down and account for this investigation.